Welcome, everybody, to Disney with the Ducks. We're on episode 81, and if you've been with us for a while, we sure hope you've been enjoying our episodes and our shows. And if you do, we invite you to give us a 5-star review on your podcaster of choice. As a reminder, my favorite is going away, so so sorry for those of you who enjoy the same podcast catcher that Jeff and I do. But, Apple Podcast and Google whatever they have are great too. So episode 81, here we go. But before we get started, we'd like to take a few minutes to get to know our fellow ducks and find out a little bit about, what maybe their favorite subject in school was. Because I don't know about you guys, but my kids are back in school now. And my daughter came home from the first day of school with loads of homework. So Kevin, what was your favorite subject in school? And I think I already know the answer, but I want to hear what you're going to say.
So I've always really enjoyed the sciences. I mean, that's what I ended up going into, but physics has always been my favorite. It's kind of the magic of the world, our way of describing the way the world works and applying that to come up with new ideas. So I was always intrigued by that. And I know that's nerdy, but I embrace it and made it my passion and my profession. So there's a lot of cool things you can do with physics, and it it just helps you understand the world a little bit better. So
when my daughter has questions with her physics homework this year, she can FaceTime you?
She sure can.
Fabulous, because it won't be me.
Me either. I got physics in here too, so.
All right, Mean Gene, what was your favorite subject in school?
Yeah, so I know you're expecting me to say lunch or, something like that. That's a top one. But actually academic stuff. English, I had the same English teacher for 4 years, and there were small classes, and it made it interesting, fun. I can still recite, stuff. I can still recite some Shakespeare, and still, it was just a good environment, and it helped me to remember and learn those things. But I also enjoyed the sciences. I enjoyed physics, even though I didn't do great in it, because all the science and the math that you've been learning, it was applied, and you could see what it was for. I like that, but history, and I love history. I don't read English today, but I read history, and I enjoy facts and just the trivia and the fun stuff that might not be important, but the things that, by the way, did you know, that kind of stuff.
So for all of you who are not watching us live on screen, John's not here tonight. So Gina's stepping in for John and giving multiple answers and cheating with the question. So good job, Gene.
Do what I can. We lift each other up. We bear each other's burdens.
You can have a wide variety of subjects that you love too. So, All right, Lonnie G, what did you love? What was your favorite subject in school?
Well, unlike Gene, who has apparently every subject his favorite, I will say my two favorites, because it's a tie. It just depends on the day. It was lunch or PE. Now, if it was pizza or spaghetti day, I think lunch was my favorite. If it wasn't those days, then it'll be PE.
Now, was it the square pizza with the little
definitely.
With a little
corn?
With pepperonis with corn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, let me ask this question. I hate to break in and go off on a tangent, but that's what we do sometimes. And John's not here. But Lonnie, how was your milk served in school?
We had it in a carton, and I know where you're going with this question because me and you talked about it. So
Jeff, how was your milk served?
We had a carton. We did not have the plastic bags of milk.
Yeah. Carton, Jody, carton, Kevin.
Carton.
Yeah. Yeah. We had a local dairy that there were clear plastic bags. And it was fun because it was before juice boxes, or juice bags that, and there wasn't a specific place. If somebody was new, just moved in, you don't tell them to put their thumb over the straw, and they squirt themselves with milk. And after you're done, you can blow up the bag, stick the straw all the way through, and, stick your thumb in and make little protrusions all over it, or just bop it back and forth. Lots of fun with the milk bags.
Gene, was the cow actually out on the playground for you guys where you had to just gather it in the bag yourselves?
Well, they would, but because it's Louisiana, alligators would eat it. So, no.
And Gene, you got me on a tangent as well. I'm going to tell you, you look at that. First off, I don't trust milk that's in a bag like that. Just something about it. But
Well,
now
it's
that I'm
refrigerated.
thinking
It's
about
not
it,
like milk. It's not like hurricane milk that comes in a box. It's not refrigerated.
oh, the powdered milk is the worst, man. Yeah, for
Mhm.
hurricanes, that MRE, I'm like, you can keep that. It has an aftertaste.
But it's not even powdered anymore. It's liquid. It's just
It's liquid now?
It's,
We
yeah.
used to have the powdered one they gave us, like when the lights went out. But
Mhm.
I digress. This is the thing that gets me about, like, so there was always at my school a food fight, like the last week of school. And this is the thing, I was always on second lunch. And the issue was first lunch would have one, and then we can't eat. So then, because they're like, hey,
Man,
y'all
what
all
kind of school
punished.
did you go to?
Man, because it was still so dirty in there. So finally, man, it was like, you know what? Senior year, I'm gonna sneak off and go to first lunch so I could participate in the food fight. The food fight's not fun, man. Especially don't wear food fights when you have a white shirt. That's all I'm saying. It's not fun. So I thought I missed out for 3 years, but on that fourth year when I participated, and the thing about it, man, the principal would always say, there will be no food fights today. Food fight. It's like, you can't tell us what to do. You're not the boss of us. You want to throw bread, we throwing bread.
There you go, kids. You heard it first. You want to succeed in life? Don't wear white shirts on food fight day. Advice to live on. Okay, so Jeff.
Not only entertaining, but educational as well.
There we go with our 5-star reviews. I'm sure they're just rolling in.
And it's conversations like this that make me wonder why our views go up every week.
I'm just here wondering what kind of school did you go to, because there was no food fights at LaGrange High School in Lake Charles, Louisiana. They didn't allow that. I mean, you're going home and you're not coming back if that happens, or worse. You might get beat with a paddle, because that was back in those days. We didn't have that. We didn't have that at all.
So basically, you guys just complied with the authorities. We did not. I went to Lutcher High, class 89. We didn't play. Mm-hmm. We thumbed our nose at authority.
There you go.
So, yeah, you guys know what a rebel Lonnie is.
Okay, then. Jeff, why don't you tell us about your school days and your favorite subjects in school?
Well, I'm going to kind of go off in another little tangent on that. For my favorite subject was one of my college classes. We had one of my business classes in college was taught by a guy from South Africa who took me probably 2 or 3 classes to understand the accent, because he had a very deep South African accent. But it was all like business policies and procedures, and he ran a trucking company in South Africa before he moved to the United States. His family did. So just learning everything about that was very interesting. So that would probably be my favorite of any of my classes I've ever had, was listening to him talk about how he ran stuff through South Africa and the time and everything when he was there.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
All right, and I realized I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Jody B, for those of you who don't know, and my favorite subject was absolutely positively history. I loved history to the point that today my daughter had government U.S. government homework, and I got to help her with it, and I was so excited. She wouldn't let me look at it, and I took the paper out of her hand, ran down the stairs, locked myself in the office, and went through all the questions to see if I knew them without looking them up, to see if I knew all the answers and see if I could get them all right. I was so excited to do her homework. I mean, she had already done it, but I wanted to see if I could not look at her answers and then see if I could get them right. I was really, really excited about it, which is pretty nerdy, but I love U.S. government and history and all that stuff. So, but not her favorite subject, but definitely mine. So yeah, that in English, but history was definitely, if I could have figured out a way to make a career out of being history buff, that would have been great, but that was not going to happen.
You could have you thought of maybe hunting the world for relics? We can give you a hat and a whip, and there you go.
Thanks.
Jones was more archaeologist, right? Wasn't that?
Yeah, but he knew a lot about. He was a history teacher too, though.
That is
a history teacher.
He knew lots about history.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did. I guess I missed
you have to. If you're gonna dig into the past, you have to know history.
Nice.
Or you're doomed to repeat it.
So at Disney World this fall, they have the Food and Wine Festival going on, and they also have the Wine and Dine Race Weekend, which one of our ducks are going to participate in, and we're so excited. It's actually, Food and Wine Festival has already started, because it used to start in the fall, and now it starts in July. But it's going strong. And we thought we'd play a little game tonight talking about the food at the festival and maybe also touch on a little bit about race weekend. So which of the Ducks are participating in Wine and Dine race weekend?
Yeah, I don't like to run. I really hate running, but I am going and participate just for research purposes for the podcast.
Yes.
And I'm going to the festival, but not the race.
Someone has to represent the race. So if you're there, go look for Lonnie G. He'll be there at the race. And then we've got 2 of us going to Food and Wine Festival, right? Yeah, because Kevin's also doing Mickey's Not So Scary. And the rest of us aren't going down during fall season, but that's okay. That's all right. We can live through your stories and your experiences. So we thought we'd play a little fun game tonight. We're calling it Savory, Sweet, and Drink. And everybody has to list something from Food and Wine Festival, a savory item, a sweet item, and a drink item. And then we're going to go around the horn, and all of us are going to say which ones we would keep for ourselves, which ones we would share with our fellow Ducks, and which ones we would march right over to that garbage can that people are using as their tablecloth and table stand eating off of, and would pitch it right away. So in the spirit of being fun and getting this game started, why don't we start off with Mr. Game himself, who makes the rules really difficult and makes things hard on anytime we play a game. Let's start with Jeff.
All right. Guess I'm not living that one down for a few episodes.
Oh, never. You're never going to live that one down.
All right. So for my first item for my savory, I am heading over to the Kenya booth, and I am getting the piri piri skewer shrimp with citrus flavored couscous. It's $7, and it is DDP snack eligible if that were to come back before this, but it has not. So there's my savory. My sweet item is from the funnel cake stand in the American Adventure Pavilion, and they have a candied bacon funnel cake topped with vanilla ice cream and maple drizzle. So that one's way up on my list. And then for my drink item, I am going over to China, and I'm getting the Fiery Dream, the citrus vodka, triple sec, a guava nectar, and a spicy hot honey syrup, and that is $13.75. And my candy bacon was $10.50. So.
Man, that's some solid choices. I'm going to tell you. That's hard.
I know. Okay, so I'm just going to go around the group here. So, Lonnie, what are you going to keep for yourself? What are you going to share with your fellow Ducks? And what are you going to throw in the garbage can? And by the way, we're going to pretend that all these drinks can be made non-alcoholic to share with people who have kids or don't want to have the alcohol. So we're going to pretend all those alcohol drinks also can be non-alcoholic versions. I know they can't, but let's just pretend for tonight. So, Lonnie.
Yeah, Jeff started off strong. I'm going to keep, though, the candied bacon thingamajiggy. What's the whole name, Jeff?
The candy bacon funnel cake.
That's it. Candy bacon funnel cake. I want it. It's mine. Go ahead and sign me up for it. I'm going to keep that. I am going to share, and I'm not a big couscous fan, so I'm going to share the drink with you guys, and I'm going to throw away the fiery shrimp because, I mean, that's probably not that fiery. I'm from the South. We have the real shrimp here. I'm just saying.
All right.
What is peri peri shrimp, by the way?
I don't know.
Peri peri is a spice. It's an African spice. I forget what country that's from. But
you just said it's an African spice. How you say you forgot what country?
Africa's not a country. Africa's a continent. Thank you.
It is, but what country? It's in. Just say it's African. That's all you got to say.
It says it's from the Kenya booth, so I guess.
Okay, so there was a restaurant. There was a restaurant. It was a chain that was here, and they had peri peri was like it was that kind of food. Really, really, really good. That spice is really good.
Look at Gene dropping knowledge other than Crescent Lake.
I know. So, Gene, let's hear your answers then. Given the fact that you knew what peri peri spice was.
He thought you meant Katy Perry. He didn't know what spice.
Firework.
So, I mean, don't ask me this because it's just too difficult.
Well, you have to vote, Gene.
I'm gonna keep the shrimp. I'm gonna keep the shrimp.
All to yourself. You're not
all to myself. Yeah, I'm not sharing that. I had shrimp tonight, as a matter of fact. I love shrimp. Okay.
Okay.
What am I gonna share?
You got the funnel cake left to share, and you got the drinks to share.
I'm gonna because funnel cake's fun, and it's on a big plate, and you get the powdered sugar all over your face, and I think it'd be fun to just share that with you guys, and and walk up to Lonnie and say, "I got my face for you."
I would be so lucky to have a friend like that.
Gentlemen, breakfast. So does that mean then you're pitching the drink?
I'm pitching the drink.
Okay.
I know you said I could make it non-alcoholic, but it's not. It won't be as good. So.
All right, Kevin, what are you doing with those three?
All right, so I'm going to keep the drink. I'm going to share like Gene on the candied bacon funnel cake, and probably toss the couscous because I'm not sure on that. I can handle some spicy things, but I mean, I'd rather have a spicy drink than a spicy food.
Gotcha.
Well, I am going to share that bacon funnel cake because I feel obligated to give Jeff all the bacon from the Flying Pig Marathon because he was promised bacon and didn't get it. So I feel absolutely obligated to share my bacon forever and ever and ever, amen, with Jeff. So I'm going to share the funnel cake because I'm a good person now with bacon. I'm going to keep this is a tough one. I'm going to keep the shrimp to myself because I love couscous. I love shrimp, and I think it's going to have some interesting flavor. And as sad as it makes me to throw away that drink because it sounds delicious, I don't want to be drunk after the first booth. So I guess I'm going to throw away the drink, which makes me kind of sad. But I do love the idea of putting a bunch of straws around the drink and sharing them all with you. That sounds kind of fun.
I'm hoping Tim will share my bacon with me as well, Jody. I think that'll bring some closure to us.
It would provide some closure to that situation. All right. Well, that was fun. So, Alani, you ready? Your savory, sweet, and drink.
Okay. So for my savory, I'm gonna go with the fry flight from the Fry Basket. It's $7.50, and it comes with 3 fries: the sea salt and malt vinegar, the barbecue bacon fries with smoked aioli, and sweet potato casserole fries with candied pecans, toasted marshmallow cream, and maple bourbon glaze. That's going to be my savory. For my sweet, I'm going to go over to Brew Wing, and I'm going to get the peanut butter and jelly sticky wings because it got to be sweet. It's peanut butter and jelly, right? And for my drink, in all seriousness, I went through it, and I decided to go to Hawaii, and our hearts go out to the people of Alani, that great island, my favorite island. But I'm going to get the Alani Sunrise, or Maui. Maui is the island, but the drink is the Alani Sunrise. So I'm going to get that, which is vodka, Dole pineapple juice, and grenadine, and that's $14. So that's my 3 choices.
All right, so I'm going to go backwards this time. So Jeff, what are you going to keep for yourself? What are you going to share?
Come back to me. I need to think more on this one.
Oh, okay. I'm all right. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is tough.
Okay, well then I'm going to
go. I thought it would be.
If I don't keep an order, I'm going to forget who's first. So I'm going to go first with this one. I am going to pitch the drink because it's way too sweet for me. Because that's just sweet on sweet on sweet, and I don't like sweet beverages. So that's first thing to go. I'm going to share the fries because I had them last year, and actually my favorite of the 3 is not in there this year, which was the yuca or yucca, whichever way you pronounce it, fries. So I'm going to share those with you all, so everybody gets a sampling because it's a great thing to share. And I am going to keep those PB&J wings all to myself and slop that sauce all over the place and get all the hand wipes and make a big mess and eat them all up. Yeah. And elbow out my son because he's going to want them, and I'm not going to share. So that's my choices. All right.
Finger licking good.
Kevin, what are you going to go for?
Jody, I really like your choices, and I think I'm going to follow along and do the same exact thing. I kind of messed up on whenever I was picking my things, and I actually picked a share dish, and my share dish was the fries because, I mean, it looks amazing. That's like, you couldn't ask for a better thing to share with a group of people. I mean, 3 different kinds of fries. What's not to love about that? I've got to have that and share it with y'all. I'd probably pass on the drink too. The little bit sweet there. although it sounds really good. Depends on the time of day. If it's hot outside, it might be okay. But if it's, I'm a little more into the darker stuff. But then for the wings, I think I'll keep those to myself because that sounds amazing. I'm sure that they're like almost like roasted and kind of caramelized, that sugar on them. That sounds really good. I'm definitely going to try those when I go down.
All right. So Kevin and I have the same answer, which also, by the way, those wings are in the Odyssey, which is the Muppets area. So, I'm all about that. Not that that's way my
Muppets make everything better.
Muppets make everything better. All right. So, Gene, what are you keeping to yourself? What are you sharing, and what are you pitching?
I mean, listen, you know how much I hate to give Lonnie any kind of props, any kind of credit. Solid choices all the way through, though. The fries, definitely, I'm not going to go in the right order, but fries I'm sharing. That's the order he went in. Fries I'm sharing. That is a no-brainer to share. The wings, I'm going to covet those wings all for myself. Just like Jody said, I mean, I'm licking every single thing. Like that sounds delicious. I hope I don't get canceled because I don't take the drink and everything that's happening in Hawaii. Not the right thing for me. I know I don't partake of the devil's nectar, and it's a little sweet. I don't think it'll go very well with the PB&J wings. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess if you have the wings and the drink, Wilford Brimley might show up.
That's right.
Lonnie, just from that comment, I now feel judged because I think that's the route I'm going. I keep going back and forth. I think I'm just tossing the fries. As much as we had the fries last year, right? I think they're going in a trash can. I'll share the wings a little bit, but I think I really just need to wash the wings down with the drink. I mean, if I have just a few wings, maybe Wolford will stay away. But maybe if I eat all the wings and the drink, then that's when he comes. I'm not sure what the criteria is there, but I'm sharing the wings down in the drink and tossing the fries.
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
All right. Okay, Gene, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Yeah. So, as I'm looking at this, starting on the savory, my first instinct, based on my Louisiana roots, were the oysters Rockefeller. Now, I think that would have been a solid choice. However, you guys know I have a love for French food. You guys know that about me, And so the Boeuf Bourguignon, Pomme Dauphine, braised short ribs in a Cabernet with puffed potatoes. I mean, I might call Katie myself and see if I can get a pass to fly with Lonnie to whatever this thing is, because that for $7.75, that's it. And I'm not sharing it. I mean, I know it's not my turn to say that, but I'm not sharing that with anybody. That's mine. That's all me. All right.
So what is that again?
Boeuf Bourguignon, Pomme Dauphine, which it's just braised short ribs in Cabernet with puffed potatoes.
But of course,
I mean, y'all speak French, right?
Yeah. Of course.
I actually make this dish. It's like a beef stew. It's the best way I can explain it. At least I'm assuming that's how they're going to prepare it. But
beef bourguignon is like in a sauce, right?
Yeah,
so
it's
the
great
puffed potatoes. How do you do that?
Well, I just don't do puffed potatoes.
You puff them? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't puff my potatoes.
No, puff, pass. Don't mess up the rotation.
Okay, so that was your savory.
Family rating.
What's your sweet?
So I'm gonna go to wine and wedge. The Boursin fig balsamic souffle with fig tapenade. I know it sounds fancy. It sounds really good to me.
And what's your drink?
Frozen apple pie, non-alcoholic. All American,
Okay. All right, Kevin.
All right, so I'm going to keep the apple pie to myself. That sounds amazing. I'm sure it'll be warm down there, being that it's supposed to be fall, but it's going to be in the blazing hot summer in Florida, 99,000 degrees. So that frozen apple pie sounds really, really good. So I'm going to hang on to that. I think I'll probably share the first one that I can't pronounce, but it sounds pretty good.
But
I love
beef stew. It's beef stew.
Beef stew. I think I'll share that. I'll try that. I may try the second one because I'm a little bit. I don't know, figs. I'm not sure about the fig, but I'm maybe it is good. I don't know. I think I would toss it.
All right, Jeff.
I'm going to keep the beef stew, the fancy French beef stew, to myself. I think I'm going to share the apple pie, and then we'll toss the dessert on this one, I think.
All right, Lonnie.
Yeah, I'll keep the drink as well, the frozen apple pie. That sounds really good. That's a good choice, Gene. I'm also going to share the braised or the beef stew. It's kind of hot there anyway, so if the beef will be hot, I don't want to suffer by myself, so I'll share that with you. And I'm going to toss that thing that Gene can't pronounce, because if he can't pronounce it, I don't need to eat it. So I'm going to toss that thing and keep it going.
I think I pronounced everything perfectly, but hey, whatever.
You did. Ooh la la. Yes. So I actually had the boars and fig and balsamic souffle on my sweet items. So you stole it from me. So I'm panically looking for a new sweet. So I'm going to keep that all to myself.
That's my sweet item. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know, but it was my sweet item. So now you stole it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
So
okay.
I'm keeping that all to myself. I'm not sharing it because I love figs. I love balsamic. I love everything. I love boars and cheese. I love everything about that. So no one is touching that. I'm keeping that all to myself.
Okay. That's fair.
I am going to share the apple pie beverage because I think it would be really yummy and delicious. And what's not to love about apple pie? And because I make that actual meal, that French meal, oftentimes in the wintertime, and my family loves it, I actually make it on a piece of country white bread that I smear the garlic on top, and then I pour the beef stew on top. It's really, really delicious. Because I make it at home, I'm not going to waste my dollars or my calories on it in Epcot, and I'm going to put that one in the garbage can.
Hey, so can you tell me what country white bread is?
Yeah, not French, but it's French. It's supposed to be a French loaf.
Okay.
Not a baguette, but a French loaf. Yeah, but sometimes, yeah, it will say country white loaf.
I thought it was
so. That's are you saying that's the same?
I do not want to be called out on this podcast by any of our.
I'm not calling you out. I'm genuinely curious.
All I know is in my notes from my recipe, it says either country white loaf or French loaf. So that's what it says.
Country white bread to us is just sliced white bread that you pull out and you put butter on and eat with something.
No. This is the crunchy crust. It's like a baguette and a loaf. Yeah, it's definitely not. It's not Wonder Bread.
I'm just trying to learn.
I thought it was Wonder Bread too, Gene. Or
I know that's what
That's what when you say country white, I thought it was bread with an accent, like from the film.
Like country music.
I thought it was a some kind of a slur. I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what they call it here at our local Kroger. That's what the name is. So who knows? Okay, so everyone voted, right? We all went around. All right, Kevin, you are up.
Okay.
And so like I said, you and Lonnie actually get to do this. So we'll see what you try out of these in real life.
All the calls too, if I can. So for the savory, I'm going to Spain, and I'm going to try the paella with saffron rice, chorizo, and shrimp. That looks really good. I looked at the pictures, and it looks just amazing. Then for my sweet, I'm going to Belgium to get the Belgian waffle with the warm chocolate ganache.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the drink, I'm going to Ireland, of course, to get the Guinness Bailey's coffee shake in a cool Ireland glass.
Ooh.
So that little bit of shot of after eating that big gigantic chocolate ganache waffle, I mean, I've got to have something to wake up, and that's where the coffee comes in with the Guinness.
All right. You're killing me. All right. So, Jeff, are you ready this time?
I am. I'm ready for this one.
Okay, go for it.
All right. Right off the bat, I'm pitching to Spanish. I'm not a big fan of chorizo. That just doesn't fit my palate. So that's going right into the trash can. There's not a chance I'm sharing the waffle with the ganache. That is all mine. Yeah, we'll stab you if you get close to me with that one. That was almost made my cut for my list. That one is definitely mine. And we can multiple straws into the milkshake, and we're going to share that Bailey's.
Yeah, that sounds delicious. Okay. That's up to you, Lonnie. What are you going to keep? What are you going to share? And what are you going to pitch?
You know, I think Jeff just knocked it out the park on that one. I'm with him 100%. Same answers. I'm just tossing the paella. That Belgian waffle. And I'm going to keep it for myself. You know, it's why not, right? And share. You know, I'm going to share the shake with you guys. My only ask is that you guys don't backwash.
You got it.
All right.
That just adds flavor, Lonnie. That's okay.
You know,
That's why you don't share the kitchen sink at Beaches and Cream. You got that last few bites. That's just all slobber.
I mean, you guys didn't learn anything about sharing popcorn last trip, so
Oh, it's too soon, Joe. Too soon.
Oh,
Too soon.
That's the truth.
Kevin ain't been the same since that popcorn. I mean,
No, it's like taking over my entire life, I think.
All right, Gene, what are you keeping? What are you sharing? What are you pitching?
Yeah, I think I'm just going along with the crowd. I think on this, maybe a little bit different, but I'm definitely pitching the paella. That's just not my thing. The waffle, I'll probably share the waffles. You know, let's get a bunch of spoons, forks, whatever. However we're doing this, feed each other. I don't care. The milkshake's all of mine though, but I don't do Guinness, so it's just, I guess it's probably a regular milkshake. I don't know, but I'm down for it. You know, who doesn't like a milkshake?
I agree. All right, so I'm mixing it up a little bit. I am keeping the paella all to myself because I love Spanish food. I love all that. That sounds delicious, and I don't want to share it. I am going to share the milkshake because as delicious as it sounds, I think it may be a little too much for just me, but it sounds really, really good. And I know my husband would enjoy it. So I know that I've got a feeling some ducks would enjoy it, but I know I could throw a couple straws in there and that would go around. And we have an absolutely fantastic Belgium restaurant here in town called Taste of Belgium that makes Belgian waffles. So I can get those whenever I want. So I'm going to toss that Belgian waffle because I get it at home and it's not, it's not that exciting for me to get it at Epcot. So that's what's going to hit the garbage can for me. So, all right. So I am up last, and unfortunately, you guys have taken 2 of my 3 answers. So now I was scrambling to change some things around. So here are mine.
Let them rip.
My savory, I'm going to the Tangerine Cafe. Oh no, I'm lying. Yes, I am. Tangerine Cafe. And I'm going to get the grilled chicken or Moroccan spice lamb kebab with carrot chickpea salad and garlic aioli. I know you guys are just going to love that, but I would love it.
Well, at least it's not a salad. Usually I thought you were going to say
It's
a
not.
salad.
It's not. It does have the word carrot chickpea salad in it, but I don't think it's what you think it is. So because Jean stole my dessert that I wanted, I had to figure out a new one. So I'm gonna go to, I think it's American Adventure. I'm so sorry, I can't remember where I got this from, but I'm gonna get the spiced chocolate tart with barbecue potato crisp crust, salted whiskey caramel, and smoked sea salt. It sounds really bizarre, but I want to give it a try because why not? I'm in Epcot, might as well try something different. And I was going to go for that same beverage that Kevin took. So now my second one is also in the American Adventure, the Nutty Caramel Mocha Cold Brew, which is a sweet blend of caramel mudslide cold brew, caramel syrup, peanut butter syrup, and chocolate syrup, topped with whipped cream and caramel sauce. You can get it non-alcoholic, or you can get it spirited with a peanut butter Irish cream liqueur.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gangster.
Yeah.
wow.
Those are my.
For sure. That's
And
straight
I
from
had
the
to do
street.
something crazy for you guys. Things that So those are my my savory, my sweet, and my drink. All right. So who wants to go first?
Kevin.
Kevin.
I can go. I'll go. All right. So that drink sounds amazing. I'm definitely going to keep that one to myself. I'm going to share the kebabs, and then I'm probably going to toss the middle one. It sounds like it sounds interesting, but I think I'm going to save my calories for more shakes and more peanut butter and stuff like that. So that drink sounds amazing. I think that one would go well with the Guinness.
I think so too. I agree. All right, Jean, what are you doing?
I am ditching the kebabs. Spiced chocolate tart. I'm sharing with my friends. We'll cut it in little pieces, whatever we need to do. I'm going to share that one. The nutty caramel cold brew, that's all me. I'm going to need some caffeine at this point. You know what I mean? So
I hear you. All right, Lonnie, what are you picking?
I'm following behind my BFF Gene, and I'm gonna just, I'm gonna kick those chicken kebabs to the curb. This sounds too healthy. I didn't go to Epcot to eat healthy. I don't want it, right? So you keep that. I don't want none of that. Give me some calories. So I'm gonna get that spiced chocolate. I'm gonna share it with you guys. Why not, right? Sharing is caring. That's what they say. But that cold brew, and I got my name on it. I'm not sharing that. So I'm all on it.
Awesome. All right. What about you, Jeff?
I am also going to kick the kebabs to the curb as well. Sorry, that's just I'd rather have
chickpea threw you all off, didn't
it. Did.
I like chickpeas. That's good.
So, kebabs are gone. I am going to take the dessert all for myself. I think that's a lot of interesting flavors there, and then we'll share the smoothie drink, whatever mixture of definitely the alcoholic version there, but we will share that with everybody.
All right. Well, I think that was fun. I hope everybody had fun hearing our answers and me scrambling to come up with new selections there at the very last minute. So that was a good time. So there's also something else at Food and Wine Festival that we have not yet talked about. So you could go around Epcot and eat and do all this stuff, but there's also some music. So for our bonus round, we're going to talk about the bands. Has anybody heard any of the bands during Food and Wine Festival before?
Just as we walk past, I've never actually stopped to listen to them. But if I'm walking past, I'll stand at the end of the pavilion and listen to them play a song or so and dance and embarrass my kid as we're there before we head on our way.
That's what it's all about, embarrassing your kid. So
exactly.
For those of you who don't know, this is not a separate concert. You don't have to spend extra money. This is in your price of admission to go to Epcot that day. And they have various bands throughout the Food and Wine Festival. So we're going to do the same thing here where everybody has to throw out 3 bands that they would maybe like to go hear. And then we're going to say whether you would actually go to Epcot to see that band, whether if you walked by, you maybe would stop and hear a song or two, or if you would absolutely avoid going in that area to hear that band play that evening. So some of these bands, maybe you haven't heard it before, so that could be quite entertaining for all of us because it could be just a wild guess, but we'll see what we're going to do here. I'm going to start us off because I went last time and had to scramble to find some new answers. So I'm going to go first this time and treat myself nicely and make sure that I get my first answers out there. So my 3 bands that I either like or would want to go see, November 10th and 11th, Big Bad Voodoo Daddies are performing. I think I was born in the wrong era and I love swing music, so I would absolutely love to go hear them. October 8th and 9th, Sugar Ray is playing. And the one song that I remember from Sugar Ray was fun. November 7th and through 9th was Epic Live. And I looked them up and they are just a band of a bunch of really fun covered bands. So to me, it sounds like wedding music, like a band that would play at a wedding. So I think that would be just a lot of fun. So those are my 3. So you have to choose to go out of your way to go hear one of them. Your second choice is if you were walking past, you would maybe stop and listen to them with some friends. And the third choice is you would absolutely avoid going to Epcot that night because you do not want to hear that band. All right. So Jeff, you ready?
All right. I will stop and listen to Sugar Ray. That was actually one that was on my list. I saw them back my senior year of high school, and I enjoyed Mark McGrath and the band playing. And I can name more than their one song that you probably know. So that would be on my list of who I stop and see. I would probably not go to Epcot to see Epic Live, but if I heard some swing music coming from the Big Bad Voodoo Daddies, I think I know one of their songs. Did they have more than one song? I think they only had that one. But if I heard that playing that song as I walk past, I stop and listen.
Awesome. All right, Lonnie G, what about you?
Yeah, so with me, I'm gonna start off September 3rd and 4th. I'm gonna go see Mercy Me.
You're not gonna vote on mine?
Wait, I'm sorry. Did I miss something? I thought I was skip mine. I'm sorry. I did a Gene.
Gene, catch up to the rest of the class.
Yes, I am.
Somebody didn't pay any attention at all.
Stop, back up. What am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to vote on my selection, just like we did with the food.
Oh,
One
like
that
I
you
did.
See, Lonnie, at least when I wasn't paying attention earlier, I just said I need to think longer till somebody else caught back up. You just completely blew it out the window.
Can we cut that out, please? Can we cut that out?
Nope. We're gonna leave it.
Y'all
Right
never
there.
cut it out when I make that
We
mistake.
always cut it with you. That's why I have the show. The show's 2 hours, but when we cut you out, it's like an hour.
So you have to
I
say-
don't know any of the places, the people that you named, Jody, about Big Bad Voodoo Daddy or whatever. I don't even know what they sing, so I really don't know.
All right.
I'm okay. Cut this. Let's go to somebody else, and then I'll come back to me at the end.
You could just say whatever Gene says.
That's what I'm probably gonna do. So just cut this, go out. Let's go to Gene, and then come back to me.
All right, Gene.
Hey,
What
how
about-
you doing?
Are there any concerts of the three that I mentioned that you would want to go hear that maybe you would stop and listen to if you happen to be at Epcot, or one that you would avoid?
Every morning when I'm waking up and that's Sugar Ray, right?
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah. So if I was walking by, I'd stop and listen to them. You know, why not? That'd be fun. I might actually try to make my way to go hear Epic Live. Is that right? Is that what they're
Yep.
called? Right. I mean,
Yep.
cover stuff. You're going to know everything. You know, I'll know 2 or 3 or 4 of Sugar Ray's songs. That's it. And they're going to play some other stuff that I don't know and I won't care. But Epic Live, probably everything they play I'll know. It'll be fun. They'll play Living on a Prayer. They'll play, maybe Sweet Caroline. I don't know what they'll play, but they're going to play some fun stuff because they're going to play stuff that the crowd, get the crowd into it. So that'd be fun. Big Bad Voodoo Daddies. I mean, no, because I'd have to grab Christy and we start, swing dancing and somebody get hurt. I'd break a hip or something, so no, not that.
Nobody wants a broken hip, especially before race season. So yeah,
Anybody got time for that?
don't do that. Nope. Okay, Kevin, what about you?
Okay, so I'm gonna probably go out of my way to see Sugar Ray. I love '90s music like that, and probably go check out Epic Live if they're playing something that I really like. And then Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, probably pass on. But yeah, I think like the others have said, just hearing some of the cover songs would be kind of fun as you're walking around and trying things and trying foods and stuff. Don't really have to pay too much attention. You're just there for the atmosphere and stuff. So those are my picks.
Awesome. All right, Lonnie, do you want to vote now, or are you just going to say whatever Gene said?
Well, no, I can't help it if Gene's right. I don't like to give them, any prompts. But I mean, look, hey, like him, I got hip issues. I do see a chiropractor. I don't want to do all that swing dancing, so I'm out with that. Look, it's hard, right? Because I'm from Louisiana. We got voodoo there. Do I need voodoo? Nah, I don't need no voodoo. Got enough voodoo at home. So I'm just gonna go with Gene. Usually when I'm in Epcot, I'm hanging out with Gene anyway. So I'm just gonna follow him over there, and we're gonna do what we do.
All right, great. Okay, who wants to go next? Who's ready?
If you've never seen Lonnie singing along to Living on a Prayer, you hadn't lived.
Things to live for. I'm so excited.
I'll go next.
All right, Jeff.
All right. I'm also looking at the Sugar Ray concert. I'm not like Jody where I'm just redoing my whole list just because people took my answers. I'm sticking to it. So I will do Sugar Ray. I'm up for some yacht rock. So I'm going to listen to some Billy Ocean. I think that's going to be some nice smoothing sounds of Billy Ocean that week. And I definitely want to get caught up in you and go see some 38 Special.
All right. Lonnie, are you prepared this time to answer the question?
Why am I always called on and said, am I prepared? I stay prepared. My motto is be ready, right, Gene? So
you don't have to get ready.
There you go. So see, even Gene knows it. So yeah, I'm gonna hang out with Jeff, do what he does. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Some of these bands, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little disappointed at some of the bands this year. I really am. So I'm just gonna I got a drink in my hand. We back over there. I'm gonna swing by friends, get the Frozen one, stand over there and listen with Jeff, right? So either one of the three, I can pass. I'm easy, but I'm gonna hang out with Jeff and do our thing and just tag Gene along.
Okay.
You're not even trying today, are you?
No, it's like all of the above.
It sucks real bad when your game doesn't go right, doesn't it, Jody?
I am not on the fourth seat of the second ride, the third time over on the left-hand side on the passenger seat of the whatever ride. So you just stop.
That's
Okay.
called no scrubs on the passenger side of my best friend. Right? They're not performing. That's TLC. They're not performing.
Gene, do you have a preference?
What's our preference, Gene? Help me out.
So I didn't write down what Jeff said as he went along. So would you mind reminding me real quick? This gets confusing. I mean, when you took
Ray,
all these
38
bands and
special,
then
and
the
what was
side
that one?
stories. Say again.
Sugar Ray, 38 Special, and what was the other one?
38.
Billy Ocean.
Yeah.
Billy
Billy
Ocean.
Ocean.
Okay, stop. I'm
No,
going to
you have
stop
your
for
turn.
Billy Ocean, man, because he Caribbean
There you
Queen.
go.
I got to go to
Caribbean
Billy Ocean.
Queen.
So you know what, Jeff?
Sure.
You got me on that one, man. My dad used to love Billy Ocean. We played it all the time. So let me back that up. I'm with you, Jeff, but I'm hanging out with Billy Ocean. The other two, but I'm going to hit some Caribbean Queen.
All right.
Gene, did you answer? I don't even know where we are now.
Is it my turn yet?
I think so.
Yeah. So I'm just Googling real quick because I want to know I want to remind myself of some 38 Special songs.
Caught Up in You.
Yeah, Caught Up in You. You said that already. Anyway, so probably walking by, I want to hang out with Jeff, right? But walking by 38 Special, I'd probably stop, just to hear, it's 38 Special, right? And it's my favorite law enforcement sidearm from the old days. Sugar Ray, I mean, just in this instance, even though I said I'd stop by it during, whenever somebody else shared, when Jody shared, probably I'd trash him this time. Not trash him. I just wouldn't go by there. Billy Ocean, though, Caribbean Queen, for sure. For sure. Reminds me of the 7th grade. I mean,
Okay, Kevin, how are you feeling about this music? It's not Metallica, which I know is your favorite band, so this is a little different.
I don't think they can make it. So I'll Sugar Ray, I'd stop for Billy Ocean if I'm walking by, and then 38 Special. I mean, I could probably pass on. I mean, I love classic rock, but I think I could probably pass on.
All right, I'm kind of with you. I would probably go see Sugar Ray. I would stop and hear Billy Ocean, but I probably would not go to see 38 Special. Not that I hate them, but I probably wouldn't go.
You know what? I'll go, Jody, if that's okay.
Okay, that would be great. Thank you, Lonnie. I'm so excited to hear your concert selections.
Oh, perfect. So first thing, man, when I looked through the list, there are 4 groups that I want to see. We can only do 3. So I'm going back and forth on one, so I'm going to hold it. But my first one I have to go see is Mercy Me, September 3rd and the 4th. I can only imagine, spoken for, love those songs, love a bunch of their things. So I'm definitely stopping and seeing them. Boys to Men, right? It's the end of the road. I can't let them go. So September 29th through October 2nd, I'm going there. And then I was trying to decide if I should go to Toby Mac or Sheila E. But then again, I love Sheila E with those drums. It's the glamorous life, right? She hung out with Prince. I think I'm gonna do Sheila E. Here on the drums, November 5th and 6th. So that's my 3: Mercy Me, Boys to Men, and Sheila E.
Those are tough. All right. I am going to go first. I'm going to just skip over all you boys, and I'm going to go first.
All
so
right.
I love Mercy Me, and I would absolutely go and see them. I have seen Boys to Men not too long ago after a Reds game, oddly enough. So I'm going to actually skip them because I just heard them. And I'm going to go hear Sheila E. because I've never heard her perform before. And I think that would bring back some good, what is that, late 80s vibe? I don't even know what that was. So
I don't know if it's late 80s. I think it might be mid 80s.
Mid 80s? I was 5 in the mid 80s. So we'll see what that was. No, I was older than 5. Never mind. Anyway, so I'm going to go out of my way to go hear Mercy Me. I'm going to stop and listen to Sheila E. Not that I don't like Boys Men, but I'm not going to attempt to go see them. So that's my choice. Okay. Kevin, you want to go next?
Yeah, I am going with Lonnie to Boys to Men because that's on my birthday. And that would be awesome to see them. I've always loved Boys to Men. Definitely going to check out Mercy Me. I love them. I mean, we listen to them in the car all the time with the kids. So I'm not really sure who Sheila E. I'm
a little before your time, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's definitely before it's time.
Have you heard of Prince?
That might have been in my late 80s country phase, maybe. I don't know.
Have you heard?
She's
of
probably the best female drummer out there.
Okay, I'll check it out. I'll check it
Or
out.
at least back in the early 80s, late 80s. I don't know what it was. I'm going to have to Google that. But yeah.
All right, Gene. What are your choices?
Yeah, so that's tough. I mean, it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. So probably Boys to Men is the one. Is definitely the one I'm going to.
ABCDBE.
Motown Philly back again.
Yeah, they're all solid. I think I would want to go to all of them. Mercy Me is probably the. I mean, I would want to go to see Mercy Me as well. But if I had to choose, that's when I would stop. You know, I would want to see Sheila E. too, but not as much as the others. So that's the one that I would, I guess, avoid.
All right. Okay, Jeff.
All right. One of our good friends that's works at Oga's Canteen and at Wine Bar George is a big time Boyz II Men person, and she's at every one of their shows whenever they come to Epcot every year. So I'd probably go to one of the shows and hang out with everybody there, check out Lonnie and hang out with Kiana for a little bit at the Boyz II Men concert. I'd probably just catch Sheila E. as I'm walking by, and I wouldn't necessarily avoid Epcot for Mercy Me, but of the options, I'd rather see and hear the other two.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So Kevin, you didn't do yours, right? I'm losing
No.
track of my list here. Okay, Kevin.
All right. So two of them that have already been, one of them that's been beaten into the ground, that's Sugar Ray. That was my first one. I'm actually going to be down there for that, and I may check that out. So I'm not sure if that's our Epcot day or not. We're still working that out. But then Boyz II Men, of course, I have them on my list. And then for King and Country, I really like them. That's, for those that don't know, that's Rebecca St. James's brother. That's in that band, and they live in Franklin, right down the street from where we live.
Hey, so that you'd have to go back in time for that one.
For which one?
Is that
King
one-
and Country.
King and Country, was that in July?
King and
I'm
Country.
not trying to point you out because they were on my list, but then I saw when they were.
They're in July. Yeah, they're in
Still,
July.
it's still a food and wine
Yeah.
festival, so you know.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
we have a time machine. That's what I want to know. Do we have?
if we had a
Yeah,
time
we
machine,
have a time
I would go check them out because
Yeah.
they put on a really good show, and so it'll be fun.
Okay. Who wants to go first? Gene, you ready to go?
Sure.
Okay.
Wait. So you have to one more time because real quick. Say them again.
Kevin had. Go ahead, Kev.
Sugar Ray, Boyz II Men,
Sugar Ray.
King and Country.
I mean, if I'm going back in time, King and Country for sure. They were one on my list before I nixed them. They have a big sound. I've seen them before. I really like. They've got just drums, and it's just. I love the sound. I love playing it in my Jeep. It's just cool. They're a really good band. I'd want to see them for sure. Boyz II Men. I've already said I'd go out of my way to see them, but if in this instance, I guess I would stop. And because on this list, Sugar Ray kind of falls at the end, I guess I would avoid them if I had to avoid somebody.
All right, Lonnie G.
Yeah, so you saw my list. I do like King and Country, but I'm gonna go Boyz II Men as a must. Like I said, nothing's wrong with me and Gene sitting down, sharing one of those drinks, or listening to Boyz II Men. So we'll do that. Nothing strange about that at all. And then we're gonna go to
Two straws or two straws or two separate drinks.
Hey, and it's on my birthday
It's
too.
sharing a drink.
I mean, literally, if you think about it, it'd be like me in the back of that car with Kevin and Gene. So we'll all be there, right? So this time, I'm the third wheel. I'm in the back of the car with them, and we're
Great
seeing,
big milkshake.
yeah, and we're seeing, so one shake, three straws. I don't know.
There you go.
We're gonna see Boyz II Men definitely. King and Country, and then Sugar Ray. I mean, I'm not even gonna be in Epcot that day. I'll be honest with you.
All right, Jeff.
But like I said earlier, I think I'm going to stop and listen to some Sugar Ray in the pavilion. I'll check Boyz II Men as I'm walking past, and I've never heard of King and Country. Nothing against them, so I just probably wouldn't go make my way out to hear music I'm not real familiar with.
All right. Then we all gone?
We have all gone.
We all voted, right?
We did.
On Kevin's? Okay. So Gene, did you do yours yet, Gene?
I haven't. No.
Okay. All right. Last but not least.
I'd make it quick because at this point, pretty much everything's been spoken about. I had taken them off my list, but because we have a time machine, I didn't realize we had a time machine. I'll go back in time and would go see King and Country. Like I said before, they have a big sound. I really like them. Yeah, that'd be a good concert. And then September the 10th, I would see Toby Mac. I really like Toby Mac. He's got, a lot of good songs, a lot of good memories with his songs. I have not seen him. I don't think I've seen him. I don't know if he plays any like old DC Talk. That'd be fun too. I don't know, but I'd like to see him. So I would make a point to see Toby Mac. I had Boyz II Men on my list, but I swapped that out for King and Country. But I'd still see Boyz II Men if I could talk Katie into a pass, or something. And then my next list is, Little Air Supply. Making love out of nothing at all, or whatever.
Okay, so you have King and Country, Toby Mac, and Air Supply, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. All right, Kevin, why don't you get us started?
Those are solid choices.
Yep.
I would definitely check out Toby Mac. He's actually a member of our church. So, and he's played a couple times at church, and he's really, really good. So I'll never miss an opportunity to hear him. So King of Country, of course, that was one that I picked too. And I may pass on Air Supply. It'd be kind of hard to do, though, because I really like them too. But
yeah,
I think if I have to pick one to pass on, it would be that one.
Okay. That's fair.
All right. I would go see Air Supply because I just feel like that's a, grab your microphone and sing along to Air Supply type of song. So I'd go see Air Supply. I'd stop for King and Country, and I probably would not go see Toby Mac. Sorry. Okay, Jeff, your turn.
I would probably walk past Toby Mac, skip King and Country, and since I'm all out of love, I'll probably just go see Air Supply.
Oh, all right, Lonnie G. Last one.
So I'm gonna go to Toby Mac. Definitely gonna go to Toby Mac. Actually, like I said, I had him on my list but just kind of went to Shealy, so I'm definitely seeing him. King and Country. I don't know if we have a TARDIS or we have like Stewie's time machine, but put me in that bad boy. I'm going back. Either one to get me where I need to be. Air Supply. I'm gonna pass. I got enough air here.
That's fair.
I don't need Air Supply.
All right, friends. Well, I hope you have had fun with us on our little virtual tour of Food and Wine Festival, not only with our beverages and our food options, but also what music we're going to enjoy when we're down there. And then we can't wait to hear some live reports after they get back from visiting Epcot from both Kevin and Lonnie at separate times, by the way, not together. So we can't wait to hear what their experiences are, what they've tried from this food, maybe what music they'll go to hear. So now, everyone, it's time for your favorite part, or maybe our favorite part of the evening, quacking up with the ducks. All right. So, Jeff, would you like to get us started?
We talked a lot about food and wine stuff and food in general today. So where did Lettuce go to have a few drinks with his friends?
I don't know.
To the salad bar.
That makes sense. I mean,
obviously. It does.
Yeah.
Clearly. That's exactly where I should go. All right, Kev, your turn.
Well, what did Yoda say whenever he saw himself for the first time on one of those new 4K TVs?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, it's DMI.
Lonnie, we can't see your face now. You're behind your name.
All right, Lonnie G, you're hiding, but I bet you've got a joke. Let's hear it.
No, I mean, it's not really a funny joke, but, I just had a thought, man. How does the man in the moon get his haircut?
I don't know how.
He keeps it. I'm going back behind my name. Thank you.
All right, because I know Gene's going to have a story, so I'm going to go with my joke. So mine is also food and beverage because we were talking about all that. So how do you make an apple turn over?
You push it down a hill.
Oh, Jeffrey, darn you.
You're on the same ones that I was.
All right. Okay, Gene, since Jeff gave my answer. Your turn, Gene.
Yeah, I mean, I started investing in stocks. I don't know if I told y'all. Chicken stock, beef stock, seafood stock. I'm really hoping that, if I keep it up, I'll be a bouillionaire one day.
You have an uncanny knack for it.
Hopefully you have stuck with us that long and we've entertained you with not only our reviews here of our Food and Wine Festival, but there are jokes at the end. And again, if you have an opportunity, please go to your podcaster of choice and give us a 5-star review. We'd love to hear from you. Give us some ideas what you'd like to hear more of or less of. Maybe it's less jokes from us. I don't know. But thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for hanging out. And with that being said, good night, everybody.
Waharini.
Good night. Thank you so much.
Peace out.
See you guys.
Bye, friends. All right. I thought that was kind of fun. Something different.
Man, I love this show. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's good.
I don't think we should leave John on forever.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Disney with the Ducks. This is episode 81, and we're all excited that you're here with us. And hopefully you've enjoyed our past episodes. And if you have, we just want to remind you that my phone's going off.
Oh, you're on a roll, too. You are on
awesome,
a
Jody.
roll.
Oh, that was so good. So
Yeah.
good.
Hang on a second. I just spit the all over.
See, I don't know if I like doing this show or if I like just hanging out with you guys. I mean, I'll be honest with you. That's I find myself every week asking that because I'm like, I just want to hang out with my friends.
That's right.
My wife's like, "Yo, you going to have fun?" Yeah, I'm going to have fun. So yeah,
We love you.
I don't know. So